to proceed to higher education. It's just that there's no control of who will get into college or university. Unlike in other schools, they really have a national examination that filters those who will pursue higher education. And we know on the tripartite of CHED, DepEd, and TESDA, CHED has to provide the higher knowledge, advanced knowledge to individuals or to every Filipino citizen. And yun nga, no, there's no exam or national exam that will control that. No, everybody has to proceed with tertiary education. China has the national exam, no? Australia has a national exam. Same with Japan has a national exam, and what's that country? In the USA, they have the standard that you have to reach this score before you will be admitted to a particular school or university. Kasi magkaiba yung community college from a university set up in other countries, no? Mas the university is much higher than a community college. Okay, so let us continue our discussion that we have. Okay, let's go over with Japan. I think Japan was the last discussion that we have. So in Japan, the number of days, no, on the number of days that they have in school is 243. In the Philippines, it is 200 to 204. Actually, if you're going to look at your cards, no, when you were um in your elementary or secondary school, you will see na nasa 198, 199, 197 lang yung range of the number of school days that we have. Actually, it's different right now with a little rain, no. Suspension of classes we will have suspension of classes. So basically, mas nalilesen pa yung contact hours of 200 to 204 days, no, of school. So the school calendar is year round with some breaks between sessions. So the same with us. So the same with us, we have breaks, no. It's a year round, so it starts on August. No, it starts on August and by June, no? Kasi there is a 70 days break or summer break for students, and they have the inset break and they have the Christmas break, a 14 days Christmas break. So South African education, on the other hand, so equal access to basic education. So the same with the Philippines, it is the education system of South Africa is challenged. No, it's also challenged with the quality. Um, and hindi natin masasabi bakit natin sinisingle out yung Pilipinas with the quality. Actually, if you're going to look at the PESA, or that's an international assessment, no, we see that we are, I think, third, no, we are third from to the last when it comes to reading, math, and science, no. That is a recent assessment, no, that was made by PESA. So opportunities for lifelong learning. And if you're going to look at the 21st century learning, no, 21st century learning, one of the target there is to have a lifelong learning, no, to instill lifelong learning to our students. How are we going to make it a lifelong learning? So we have to contextualize everything. No, parang gone are the days that we focus more on the theories. We focus more on what is on the book. We contextualize it in a sense that we have to let the student apply it, no? I-apply niya to in a real life, no? Real life situation or relevant situation doon ng bata, no? I-apply niya 'yon. So, next is democratic participation and sustainability of development and relevance of education. We cannot have a relevant education. We will never have a lifelong learning if we will not make an education relevant. So we have to contextualize everything from the book and make it, no, a learning by doing setup in a classroom. Okay, so this is the grade level, no, in South Africa. So that's grade 7 to 9. So that's the last stage of compulsory education and will lead to general education and training certificates. And if you're going to look at kung saan ba yung binalikan natin, saan ba yung may general training certificate. If Go Back Australia issues this, no? Issued this certificate. So further education training or senior education, that's grade 10 to grade 12 is not compulsory. So hanggang grade 9 lang yung compulsory nila. Sa atin, ang compulsory is hanggang grade 6, no? And then the secondary it is free but not compulsory. So at the end of the grade 12, students sit a public examination leading to senior certificate, no? So technical secondary education, which generally lasts for 3 years, are offered in technical centers, high schools, and vocational schools, no? So, ibig sabihin, no? After senior high school, they will have an exam. So the same thing, no, with us. It's just that we don't practice it. No, the curriculum doesn't practice it. Kasi medyo if the DepEd, if DepEd will collaborate with TESDA, no? If DepEd will collaborate with TESDA, the certification on the technical, no, competency of our senior high school student will happen. No, kasi medyo mahal din yung magpa-assessment eh. No, mahal din yung magpa-assessment unless the local government will shoulder the fee for a assessment, competency assessment, or hindi na tawag natin sa TESDA na national certificate, no? Not all senior high school are receiving national certificates, no? And that is one of the program actually of senior high school that our students must secure a national certificate, no, from TESDA or assessment centers. So the higher education corresponds to level 5 to 8 of the National Qualification Framework, which is used for more advanced than the senior certificate. Ano ba yung qualification framework? Actually, the Philippines has a qualification framework. Hindi lang natin siya, no, siguro hindi lang aware, no, or hindi lang natin siya ina-apply, no, the education system or the workforce is not applying it, no, but then it is a law in 2012. So pakita ko sa inyo Philippine search ko lang muna, Philippine Qualification Framework. Okay. So, ito yung Philippine Qualification Framework. Sandali, close ko lang. So, this is the PQF. So, ano yung Philippine Qualification Framework? So, the same with what in all other countries, there is what we call a qualification framework, no? Doon lang nabanggit, no? Doon lang nabanggit sa Australia, South Africa, but Australia has qualification framework, Thailand has, Canada has. So these are used, no, to describe the levels of educational qualification and of standards for qualification outcomes. Ibig sabihin, kung ito ay natapos mong grade level, anong qualification mo? Anong level of qualification mo? Ano yung kaya mong gawin? No? So, yun yung qualification framework. This is the qualification framework for the Philippines. So, ibig sabihin, pag grade 12 ka, no, you are here, no, grade 12 graduate ka, and then let us say when you graduate, during your graduation or during the time that you were in senior high school, you are a holder of a national certificate. NC1, NC2, NC3, if that's the case, pero mahirap kasi to, no, yung NC4, no? So NC3, you are a level 3 on the qualification framework of the Philippines. You are level 3. So, ibig sabihin, if you are holder of a NC3, and then senior high school yung mga klase mo, and they did not proceed with assessment, no? So, that's the level. No, mas lamang sila, no? Kasi nasa level 3 na sila. Pero basically, all of us are on this level once we finished our baccalaureate degree or the bachelor's of secondary education. You're in major in social studies, so you are on level 6. And then if you proceed with your post-baccalaureate or the master's degree, you're level 7. So the highest level in the Philippine qualification framework is this, the doctoral and the postdoctoral degree. So ibig sabihin, the level of na-attain natin in our education, there is a certain qualification, no, na dinidescribe doon. So, yan yung Philippine qualification framework that maybe we're not aware of. No, maybe we are not aware of, others are not aware of, but kung gagamitin lang talaga sa tama, no, the businesses or the industry may use that, no? May use that as their reference, no? May use that as their reference to for hiring, no? For hiring, and this may be used also by the person or the Filipino or any Filipino to upgrade, no? To upgrade their capabilities and competencies, since the skills and competencies are being put into levels, no? So, yan yung Philippine Qualification Framework, which we are not possibly aware of. Tingnan natin yung Canada Qualification Framework, kung hanggang saan levels, kasi level 8 tayo. Mukhang hanggang 13, mukhang hanggang level 13. So, certificate is level 1 for them. Mukhang hanggang level 13 yung qualifications nila. So, that's level 2, certificate again. So, the same with us, yung national certificates natin. So, tingnan natin yung pinakamataas kung what level is their qualification, no? So, baccalaureate for them is level 11. Sa atin, it's only level 6, no? Medyo mas madami pang nauna, no, na level, no, or description of a qualification, no? So, ganun, no? Ganun kabigat, no, sa Canada. So, if you are, yung highest level nila is level 13 nga, no? Level 13 sa atin is only level 8. I think Thailand has level 10. Hanggang level 10 siya. So, yan. So, at least we're aware of the qualification that we need, no? That we need to be our guide, no? On what are expected from me, no? What are expected from me? What are the things that I can do during those when I reach those levels, no? So it include colleges, technicons, and university. This is from Africa. So most colleges of education offer a 3-year program leading to the diploma in education. 4-year for higher diplomas. This is the same. No, this is the same with us. We have, but then that was before the K-12 program, that we have a ladderized program. The ladderized program is you will earn a certificate, no, for a certain for 3 years, and then you can proceed that, or you can continue, no, for another year or 2 years, so that you could earn a diploma, no. So the same with us before. Kaya lang ngayon, straight na tayo. Straight program, no more ladderized. Unless maybe the school or the university will offer, no? They will offer programs, no, na medyo short-term courses or short-term program. So in United Kingdom, the national curriculum or minimum educational requirement for compulsory age is 5 to 16 years old. So compulsory sa kanila yung mula preschool hanggang junior high school. No? So mandatory for all state school, which promotes holistic development, prepares them for opportunities, responsibilities, and experience of adult life. Good thing about their curriculum is there is really, no, they're very particular with the interests of the student. No, at a very young age, they are being honed with their interest. So if your interest is photography, you will have a separate class on that. So if it is music, you have a separate class for that. So it includes religious education, and for secondary students, sex and career education. Again, as early as that, it is being discussed to schools. In us, no, we are touching on it, no, but I think it's still a taboo, no. Taboo pa rin sa atin siya, no. Ayaw pa rin nating i-touch, no. The parents are still sensitive, no, on discussing that, but definitely with the kind of society that we have, we need to open now our students on this topics, no? Followed by almost all schools, whether private or state. So kasi kapag ka private school, they have leniency, no? They you have There is a pattern of curriculum, but there is something that they are adding, no, parang intervention. They're adding intervention, they are more innovative with the program. And like if you are in a public school, in a DepEd school, we just follow, no, the given curriculum. So post 16 education, ito na yung senior high school nila, 17 and 18. So not mandatory in England yung senior high school. Students can either continue education or enter the working world, no? Certificates or diploma awarded. One general certificate of education is a level comprising advanced subsidiary and A2, each of these usually containing 3 assessed units. So they are also providing certificates that are leveling the qualification of their students. No? Vocational certificate of education, a level dealing with more applied aspect of the subjects. They are available in 3, 6, and 12 unit sizes. General National Vocational Qualification. So mayroon pa silang vocational qualification, which is basically, as I assume, they have the academic qualification. So those are the countries, no, that are used, no, to compare with our education system. But anyway, we will have a discussion of the Philippine education system. Actually, kung titingnan nyo yung K-12, no, yung full K-12 program, no, yung buo, ibig sabihin, mula preschool siya hanggang matapos siya ng college, no? Yung preschool hanggang matapos ng college, yan ay matatapos, makikita natin yung kind or yung quality, no? Kasi hindi natin yan masasabi, di ba? May una ng graduate ng 2022, yung pumasok ng 2018, graduate na ng 2022. Kaya lang, yung mga yan, nagsimula ang K-12 sila when they were grade 7. no, grade 7 sila. So not fully, no. So yung fully natin nag-start in 2012 and we are expecting the first full graduate of the senior high school in 2024. So we will be seeing that in 2 years, no, the kind of or the quality of students that we have, um quality of the graduates that we have under the full K-12 program. 2024 yun kasi 2012 nag-start. Okay, so let's proceed. Actually, this is just, no, we're not supposed to discuss this kasi, yet because of the limited number of hours, no, that we have last time is, yeah. So let us proceed, no, with the code of ethics, no, of professional teacher. This is supposed to be our lesson that time. Just that we weren't able, no, to have the time kasi important, no. Sino si meeting note taker? Anyway, dinay-entry na lang natin siya. Buksan ko dito sa kabila. Ayaw mahati ng screen. Okay, so this is part of the professionalization of the teaching, no, of teaching profession. The code of ethics, in simple term, no, um, it is the things that are expected from us. No, if you will earn your license, no, if you will be engaged, no, into teaching, no, if you will enter into teaching, decide, no, after graduation or later on, you decide to enter teaching. These are what are expected from us, no. So the code of ethics of professional teachers, no, this is through resolution number 435 series of 1997. It is old, no, but then it is still being followed. Okay, so it's still being followed. So by just reading the preamble, no, if you just read the preamble, that is how high they have regards for teachers. No, if they have that high regard for teachers, we have to live with this expectation. Okay, so teachers are duly licensed professionals who possess dignity and reputation with high moral values, as well as technical and professional competence in the practice of their noble profession, and they strictly adhere to, observe, and practice this set of ethical and moral principles, standards, and values. We have to be a role model to the community, to as a person, no, to other people and to our students, that is worthy of emulation. That is how high they regard teachers, no. Actually, even the community, if they will know, even if you're just a student teacher, if they know that you are taking a teacher ed program, they will call you mom and sir, sirs already, no, or miss already. There is already a title, no. So we have to live with it. We have to live with, sabihin na natin, hindi naman sa pagiging righteous, parang doon na talaga, no, doon talaga papunta of we have to be righteous, no, we have to be righteous in order for us to live with this preamble. No? So, scope and limitation, ano ba? Sino ba yung nasasakupan ng Code of Ethics for professional teachers? The Code of Ethics for professional teachers covers all public and private school teachers. No? In all educational institution at the preschool, primary, elementary, and secondary level, whether academic, vocational, special, technical, or non-formal. So, it means that um, it is covering all teachers, no? Covering all teachers. Lagi ang sabi ko sa inyo, if you engage into instruction, you enter schools, no? You have to live with this code of ethics, no? So kasi you are covered by this law, no? So the schools are the nurseries of the future citizens of the state. Each teacher is a trustee of the cultural and educational heritage of the nation and is under obligation to transmit to learners such heritage as well as elevate national morality, promote national pride, cultivate love of country, and still allegiance to the Constitution and for all duly constituted authorities and promote obedience to the laws of the state. Actually, if you're going to read the section 14 of the Constitution, these are the things that we have to teach our students, no. So we have to be a leader on teaching them on love of country. If you're going to look at it, it's boiling into teaching our students to love our country, no, to have that national pride, no. So every teacher or school official shall actively help carry out the declared policies of the state and shall take an oath to this effect, no. Kailan ka ba nag-start magturo, no, especially if you're a licensed teacher. Actually, the in essence talaga, you must start, no, or you will assume this duty upon, no, upon saying your oath as teachers. But saying our oath as teachers only happens once you pass the licensure examination for teachers. However, may iba, no, in the exigency of the service, they are being hired by private institution to teach, no. But then in a public school setting or in a public schools, um in a public school, the mandatory requirement, even in the college of education lang, in any college of education or the teacher education institution and the department of education teachers, the mandatory requirement is you have to be a licensed teacher, no. So ibig sabihin, lahat na nakikita nyo, no, doon sa school natin teaching in the College of Education, they are holder of a license, no. So napaka-importante nun kasi that is actually the true, yung pinaka-starting point when you will be teaching. You have to take the oath. It just so happened that there are schools, no, private institutions that are hiring teachers that are not yet licensed, no. But then again, that is one. Basically, those who are engaged into teaching, that is one of their priority is to get their license, no. In the interest of the state and of the Filipino people, as much as of his own, every teacher shall be physically, mentally, and morally fit. Actually, before you will be hired in any school, you have to undergo this test. Actually, yung mga pre-service teachers natin, yung mga PST teachers na fourth year, they undergo the same thing, no? Yan yung kanilang hindi pa sila magpa-practice teaching pa lang sila pero they already undergo this test, no? Na gano'n na sila ng test na yan. May mental health test sila, may physical test sila, no? So, and basically, no, these students, we believe that they are bounded, no, with what is moral, no? So every teacher shall possess and actualize full commitment and devotion to duties. Okay, so a teacher shall not engage in the promotion of any political or religious to other parties and interests. And we have saw this, no, during the election that we cannot use our influence, no. You may support, no, you may support candidate, you may support a religious group, but then you are not allowed to use, no, your influence just to get, no, to get or to influence other to follow your interest. So yun yung sinasabi sa section 5. And section 6, every teacher shall vote and shall exercise all other constitutional rights and responsibility. And actually, no, that is one task of the teachers. Teachers maybe, not maybe, teachers are honest, no? Kaya makikita niyo sa mga schools na nakalagay, honesty is the best policy. No, that is one of the reason why teachers are the frontliners during election. They are the one that spearheads, no, the election, no, nagpapaboto sa mga tao, no, and siguro naman being part of the election, siguro naman nandun ka na, boboto ka na, no? So, and every Filipino should practice, no, should exercise that right to suffrage, no? Ngayon lang yung panahon na pala tayo ay pantay-pantay. So, a teacher shall not use his position or official authority or influence to coerce any other person to follow any political course of action. So, that is why I said that you may have your interest, no? You may have your interest, but you should not use, no, to influence other to follow what is your likings, no? What is your leanings. So every teacher shall enjoy academic freedom and shall privilege of expounding the product of his researches and investigation, provided that, no? Kasi functions of teachers, it's not only instructions. Teachers are also must engage into researches. And if ever, no, if ever the result of the research is inimical, no, to the declared policies of the state or something that is valuable for the state, you have to coordinate this to the proper authorities of the result of your research. Ulitin ko, teachers are not only into teaching or instruction. Tatlo yung functions ng teacher. It's extension. You have to do extension. You have to work with the community. You have to do research and you have to do instruction. No? So those are the things that are expected from us. And if it happens that our research, no, our research resulted, no, into something that is not, the result is not good, so we have to report that to the proper authority. But then with academic freedom, so that when we say academic freedom, you are allowed to teach, no, to teach in a way that you think that is appropriate for the students to learn. That is the boundary of the academic freedom. no? That's why kapag may mga reklamo with regards to how the teacher teaches the student, no, it will always boil down to academic freedom. And the Supreme Court, actually, there are Supreme Court rulings that returns, no, that returns those complaints to the school, because sinasabi ng Supreme Court, they are not they are not the expert, no, they are not the expert in determining which is um, ang gagamitin or with academics. It is the school that is expert on that. So, binabalik nila yun sa school. So, yun yung boundaries ng academic freedom. You may teach your student on the way that you think they will learn them. No? Except that, definitely, makakaisipin nyo, yung um, conditioning, no, conditioning learning theories ni Ivan Pavlov, no, or ni John Watsons. Hindi ganon, kasi isipin mo na, oh, dapat may reinforcement para natututo yung estudyante. The corporal punishment is not allowed, no, is not allowed to us, no, unlike before. We have seen that, no, that we do the corporal punishment for disciplining purposes, no, but now it's very critical, sensitive on corporal punishments. So the Supreme Court of the US said that academic freedom means a university can determine for itself on academic grounds. So you, as a teacher, may teach, may what may thought, and how it should be taught, and who may be admitted to the study. So that is actually the premise of what is happening in school. We are the one who determines sino yung admit natin sa program at paano tuturuan at ano ang ituturo sa kanila. That's why we have the curriculum, no? And the teachers are given the leeway on what are the pedagogies, what are the teaching strategies that you will do, no? In order to teach, no, what we're supposed to teach. So a teacher is facilitator of learning and of the development of the youth. So render the best service by providing an environment conducive to such learning on growth. So ano yung conduciveness of learning? When you say conduciveness of learning, so the classroom, no, the classroom or the place where the instruction will be conducted is suitable for learning. When we say suitable for learning, the students are comfortable with. There are chairs, there are tables, no, there are proper lighting. And ventilation. There are blackboards. There are instructional materials. So that is the conduciveness to learning. And however, there are instances that we have seen, no, in videos on news, or that this is the condition of our classroom conditions of our school. So that's why we're asking for Brigada Eskwela, no? Always. Kaya lang siguro the local government must start to think, no? They must start to think, no? Na siguro we have done our part. The parents are doing their share with Brigada Eskwela. It's about time that they do their part, no? That they do their part. Anyway, they have the money, no? They have the money, they have the budget. So budgetan natin to. Kasi kung titingnan nyo, and not that, just observe this, masyadong nakafocus yung budget, no? Siguro dahil mayaman talaga ang Metro Manila, no? Mayaman talaga yung Metro Manila. That's why makikita niyo yung mga mayors at papasikatan sila kung anong pwedeng ibigay sa constituents nila. Pero if we go back, no, if we will go to the provinces, the one that we have in the College of Education, we're actually cooking, no? May niluluto kami yung project for the ITAS kasi yung lugar talaga is wala talagang classroom, no? Sabi dito, conducive environment that is conducive to learning. How it will be conducive to learning kung wala ngang classroom? The ITAS don't go to school. There are schools, kaya lang yung school is napakalayo. No, napakalayo ng school. So, saka na siguro yung conducive, itayo muna siguro yung classroom. no? Yun nga, no? So yung observation natin is napakadami ng school, no? Napakadami na ng school sa Metro Manila na tinayo. Tingnan nyo po, bawat barangay na lang po yata ay may school, may integrated school, no? Pero nakakalimutan natin yung nasa probinsya na they are okay with sira-sirang classroom, no? May baha sa loob. So things like that, no? So yeah, so those are the things that we will have to look at, no? So, Section 2 shall provide leadership and initiative to actively participate in community movements for moral, social, educational, economic, and civic betterment. Kung babalikan natin kanina yung Section 1, sinasabi na yan yung kanyang dapat gawin. Aside from love for country, love for pride for national culture, no, we have to be community to do that, no, to do that we have to be involved in the community. Makikita nyo naman kapag merong mga national may mga program, no, ang mga schools, kasama niya yung community, kasama niya yung barangay, no? So everything is being coordinated with the stakeholder natin yung barangay. So in everything that we do, we invite them, no, so that they will be aware of the leadership and the focus of the school, and mainly, no, to support these movements. And shall merit reasonable social recognition, shall behave with honor and dignity at all times. Shall behave with honor and dignity at all times. So therefore, no, in order for us to do that, we refrain from activities as gambling, smoking, drunkenness, and other excesses. Much illicit relations, so yung mga third party, we are not allowed to do that. Tandaan natin, kapag nahuli tayo dyan, no, the sanction is, we don't know, but then the worst sanction that we can have is the revocation of our license. And once our license is revoked, we no longer allowed to teach, no? And minsan yun lang yung bread and butter natin, no? So, shall live for with the community, shall study and understand local customs and traditions in order to be sympathetic, to have a sympathetic attitude and refrain from disparaging the community. You will see, no, during celebration of cultural heritage of a locality, kasama yung mga estudyante, no, natin na nagse-celebrate dyan, no? They have presentation, no, to enrich the cultural heritage and custom of the locality, no? Sila yung nagpapasaya doon sa parade actually. So, shall help the school keep the people in the community informed about the schoolwork and accomplishments as well as its needs and problems. So, dito yung sinasabi ko that we have to coordinate with the community kasi they are our stakeholder, no? So, they will be the end, no? Our product, which are our students, will end up, no, to the community, no? They will end up in the community. They will serve the community later on. So, is intellectual leader in the community and shall welcome the opportunity to provide such leadership when needed, extend counseling services as appropriate, and to actively involve in the matters affecting the welfare of the people. So, always remember, we are not just doing instruction. We are also guidance counselors. No, we are also guidance counselor. Actually, the advisor do that. No, do that before situation is being brought to the principal or to the higher authorities. So we are also counselors. We do counseling services, especially for students that we see that there is a problem. Actually, the test scores, yung mga test scores ng estudyante, magandang tingnan yun, no? Because on that um, scores or data that you collect during assessment, it tells a lot. It tells a lot of you as a teacher, and it tells a lot of the problem. Now, you will notice that maybe the scores are telling something. No, maybe the students has a problem. That's why that's the score. No, yun yung nakukuha niya. Consistent siya na yun yung score niya. No, so that's the time that we have to look into that student. So every teacher shall maintain harmonious and pleasant personal and official relations with other professionals, no, with government officials and with other people individually or collectively. And a teacher possess freedom to attend church, no, and worship as appropriate, but shall not use his position and influence to proselyte others. Proselyte others. So you may attend your religious leanings, you may attend your beliefs, your religion, but you should not use that, no, to influence your students to follow, no, your religious leanings. So every teacher shall actively ensure that teaching is the noblest profession and shall manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in teaching as a noble calling. No, and it is indeed a noble calling. We see teachers that go far, far flung places, no, just to provide instruction and learning to those that cannot be reached, no, um, by instruction. They are really going as far as that, so just to make sure that this is the noblest profession, no, tayo yung makakapaggawa niyan lang. So it is between ourselves, no, as teacher and the profession, how we're going to secure, no, the noblest sense of this profession. Ikaw yung makakagawa niyan, no. So ikaw rin yung magte-take diyan. So parang ano yun eh, glass, no. So ikaw yung nag-iingat sa kanya, no. Kaya lang kapag tinitingnan mo yung mga reports, lagi ang bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng deteriorating, no, deterioration of the quality of education, ang laging sinisisi ay ang teachers, no, because they are the one that gives instruction. No, we are the one that mold the students. We have the direct contact to the students. So, yung report lagi on the EdCom committee, education committee, is always goes back to the teachers on bakit ganito yung nagiging nangyayari with our quality of education. Wait lang sindi ko yung ihilaw. Madilim na. So every teacher shall uphold the highest possible standard of quality education. Ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Kaya siya yung laging nasisisi. Shall make the best preparation for the career of teaching and shall be at his best at all times in the practice of this profession. Actually, tinuturo naman talaga yan, no, sa in every teacher education students, that you have to prepare before you go to your class so that you will be best at all times. No? The instructional material, kumbaga, you will not go to your class unprepared. No, lagi kang may baon, no? Lagi kang may baon. Lagi mong pinaghahandaan yung instructional materials on how they will learn best, no? It's just so happen that we no longer, parang hindi natin exercise. So, kasi masarap mag-iikot-ikot sa classroom while you are teaching, no? So that nakikita mo natutulog sa likod. Ngayon, wala tayong laban kasi they can close their camera no? They can close our camera. I don't know if some of you are comfortable with lying, no, while listening to me. Others, they are just here, but they left, no, they left their laptops or they left their cell phone, no, and they are doing something, no, maybe they're watching TV. I don't know, no. Pero try mo po yan once in a while. You ask for someone who will answer a question, and then you will see ang Lacson TV, no? So you will know that they are watching TV or listening to radio instead of listening to the teacher. Anyway. So yan, no? So anyway, babalik naman tayo by January sa face-to-face, no? RTU will return into face-to-face. So magkikita-kita na tayo. So shall be at his best at all times and in the practice of his profession. So, making sure that basic education is really solid, no? Because if it is not solid, ano ba yung quality education? Ito yun, kasi nagiging circle siya, no? Sabi to ni Father Joaquin Bernas, no? sabi niya, making sure that basic education is really solid. So yung preschool and elementary dapat solid yun, no? It affects the quality of secondary education. Kasi pag hindi daw, it affects the quality of secondary education students. If secondary education is poor, then the person goes to college, no? Ito yung kasi, no, everybody can go to college. So, unprepared for college work. And if he is allowed to graduate again, no, with poor quality college education, he goes to university, no, professional education, even more unprepared. So, that is a cycle, no? So, let us say, naging teacher yan, no? Yung bata is naging teacher. So, we'll teach, no? We'll teach set of students, and the basic education will also be that way, going to secondary, and then we will produce another teacher of the same quality, and then that is the cycle. That's been a cycle. That's why hindi na natin ma-maintain yung quality education. There are lots of factors, no? There are lots of factors to consider. But then if we're going to look at kasi the statistics, it is more higher. The factor is more higher on the score of the teachers, no? On the teachers side. Kasi basically the teacher is the one that is on direct contact with the students, no? So every teacher shall participate in the continuing professional education. Yung continuing professional education, it is for us. No, it is for us. If you become a teacher, you have to do the continuing professional education. Actually, it is a law. No, it is a law. Paano po naging law? Pag pumupunta ka sa PRC at para magpa-renew ka ng lisensya mo, hahanapan ka nila ng certificates that you are engaged into continuing professional education. If it is not, no, kapag wala kang mapapakita sa kanila, hindi kanila hindi i-renew yung license mo. Napakahalaga ng ma-renew yung license. Parang driver's license yan di ba? You can drive as long as renewed yung lisensya. So, kung magbiging paso yung lisensya mo, that would be difficult for you, no? So, kailangan yan, not only on our professional development and as a person, it also compensates you as teachers. So, the higher the qualification, the bigger your portfolio, kung gaano kataba yung portfolio mo, that is also the chance, no? That is also the chance for a higher position and higher qualification, no? Hindi lang para sa atin yan. Para rin sa economic stability of the teacher. But then again, it strengthens the competence of the teachers. So we have to engage into continuing professional education. So pag nakatapos ka at nagturo ka, hindi matatapos yun doon. Nag-graduate ka na at nagtuturo ka na at lisensyado ka, kailangan mo mag-aral. Nire-require yan, no? So every teacher shall help if duly authorized to seek support from the school, but shall not make improper misrepresentation through personal advertisement and other questionable means. Kahit sino naman, no, we are not allowed to be to do misrepresentation, no. We are allowed, no, to support, no. We are teachers, but then if we will use, no, the profession in misrepresentation, definitely hindi maganda at bawal, no? So every teacher shall use the teaching profession in manner that makes it dignified, means for earning a decent living. So laging nandun yung dignified, no? Honorable and dignified. So laging tandaan, ganun kabigat, no, yung profession na to. Professional loyalty, mutual confidence, and faith in one another, self-sacrifice for the common good, and full cooperation with colleagues support one another. Ganun naman talaga sa school. You have to support one another since the welfare of the student is our primary concern. In every school or in the education system, the student is our primary concern. And how we're going to do that? Let us support one another. Kung may nakikita ka na problema doon sa estudyante, let us talk to your colleagues so that you will give the intervention that is needed by the student. Kasi may mga ganong estudyante, no, that needs intervention. Ang ano kasi sa atin, masyado dating Sa Pilipinas kasi masyado nating minahal yung grades eh. No? Yung outstanding sa atin is 98, 99, no, 95. Yun yung outstanding sa atin, no? Pero in other countries, paano natin masasabi yung outstanding? Ang outstanding sa kanila is that if you're a 75, yung average mo is 75, no? Outstanding sa kanila as teachers, no? Yung as teachers, outstanding yun kapag yung 75 na yan, through the intervention of the teacher is napaangat niya ng 85. That is the accomplishment, not the scores of the students that they are 95, they are 99, they are 98. No, it's not. In real essence, the competency of the teacher is not based on the grade that is on the part of the student. Kasi yun yung grade nila kasi nagturo ka, no? Hindi. Yung bata na nangangailangan ng tulong, which is 75, you were able, through your intervention, na bago mo, napataas mo. That is actually the true measure of your success as a teacher. Okay? At dapat natin pagtulungan yan. Hindi lang ikaw, but your colleagues. So refrain from claiming credit or work not of his own, and give due credit for the work of others which he may use. Parang thesis lang yan, no? Parang thesis lang yan, parang research lang yan. You quote, you get others' work, but then you do proper, no? Proper crediting. You add them to your bibliography, no? So before leaving his position, no, these are for the teachers who are leaving. So there are instances that teachers leave at the middle of the class, no, at the middle of the school year. You have to make sure that the records are properly turned over to whoever will assume the position, no. Kaya napaka-importante yung class record na malinis. Kumbaga kung bukas ka na agad aalis, no? Biglaan, in depth, sudden, no? Minsan hindi naman natin maiiwasan yung ganyan, no? Make sure that the records are intact so that you will do the proper turnover, no? Yun yung one requirement. If you are leaving at the middle, no, of the middle of semester or middle of the school year, you do the proper turnover. So a teacher shall hold inviolate all confidential information concerning associates in the school and shall not divulge to anyone documents which has not been officially released or remove records from the files without permission. Ngayon na lang yan, naging sikat pero 2012 pa, no? 2012 pa tayo nagkaroon ng data privacy. Even in the pictures, yung pictures pa lang nga in divulging that or uploading that, no? Bawal na bawal yun without the permission of the owner. So, that is data privacy of 2012, no? Ngayon na lang siya naging hit kasi naging tayo on the social media, no? So, it shall be responsibility of every teacher to seek correctives for what he may appear to be a professional and ethical conduct of any of associates, no? However, this may be done only if there is controvertible, no, evidences. Hindi ka naman pwedeng mag-akusa, no, without evidence, no. Laging tatandaan yan kasi kapag wala kang tangible evidence, babalik sa iyo yan, no. Pwede kang idemanda pabalik of those co-teachers, colleagues that are having, no, or manifesting unprofessional and unethical conduct. So make sure, no, if you call their attention or if you are correcting them, make sure that you have a tangible evidence in doing so. Otherwise, no, babalikan ka niyan for ang tawag na false or malicious, no, malicious basta something like that. So false witnesses, no? False witness ka. So something like that. So a teacher may submit to the proper authorities any justifiable criticism against an associate, preferably in writing, without violating the right of the individual concerned. Always remember, if you have concerns, if you have charges, if you have complaints, everything must be written in black and white. No? Even if it is not concerns, if it is not charges or complaints, no, if it is just concerns, you put that in writing because that is your security. That will safeguard you. Hindi pwedeng hearsay, no? Everything must be recorded. Everything must be in written. Kaya nga sabi nila, if it is not written, it doesn't exist. No, if it is not written, it doesn't exist. Kaya napaka-importante nung everything must be put into writing. So a teacher may apply for a vacant position for he which is qualified, no, provided that he respects the system of selection on the basis of the merit and competence, provided further that all qualified candidates are given the opportunity to be considered. No? Lahat naman ng nag-a-apply sa DepEd, no, are given equal opportunity because there are a ranking system. They are using the pointing system. All of your competency that is evidenced by documents, your certificates, your diploma, just submit that, no? And then they will give corresponding points with that. And all the points that you earned, they will rank it. And whoever gets the highest, then basically they will be promoted. So that actually it's a respectable system, no, it's a respectable system for us, no. Ibig sabihin kung hindi ka magsisikhay for your professional growth, no, definitely mas may kung yung kaklase mo ay nagsisikhay or yung kasama mo ay nagsisikhay na ma-promote, so basically mas mataas yung puntos niya. So napaka-importante, babalikan natin laging sinasabi kong kailangan mataba yung portfolio mo, no. So every teacher shall make it his duties to make an honest effort to understand and support the legitimate policies of the school and the administration, no? Kahit na ayaw mo yan, no? You're part of the school, you have to support it, no? Laging tandaan yun. So a teacher shall not make any false accusation or charges against superiors, especially under anonymity. Sabi ko kanina, it must be written in black and white. But you have to sign it, no? Kasi in government institution or any institution, hindi ino-honor ang anonymous letter. Okay? Hindi yun pinapansin. However, if there are valid charges, he should present such under oath under the competent authority. Makikita naman natin yan. Kaya nga, di ba, kapag may mga kaso, before the case starts, you make an oath that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. No? So a teacher shall transact all official business through channels except with special condition. Ano yung through channels? So kung may immediate head ka, dadaan natin lahat muna sa immediate head mo bago pumunta doon sa pinakamataas. So that is the channeling. So that, kasi may command responsibility na sinasabi, no? Meron kang supervisor that is monitoring and supervising you. So everything that you do must go within the channel. But if you think that there is abuse of authority, no, from the channel, pwede mong idirekta yon on the next level. If you think that your immediate head will consider that as an abuse, or will not consider your letter, or will be abusing, no, her power, pwede mong ipunta yon, so the next level. Pero it's still channeling tayo. So on our end, diba, you are the students, you will go first to your department heads, we'll go for the dean, we'll go to the BPAA, and we will go to the office of the president. So that is channeling. Kailangan alam natin, kumbaga sa loob ng pamilya, no, sa loob ng pamilya, alam natin yung nangyayari. Kaya that's why we do the channeling. So every teacher individually or as part of a group has a right to seek redress against injustice to the administration, and to extent possible shall raise grievance within acceptable democratic process. Anyone, no, in every institution, there is a committee that hear redress and grievances. No, hindi naman mawawala yan. So there is a committee that handle these grievances, no. So in doing so, they shall avoid jeopardizing the interest and the welfare of the learners whose right to learn must be respected. So yung grievance, redress, may committee that sits on it, no? So every teacher has a right to invoke the principle that appointments, promotions, and transfer of teachers are made only on the basis of merit and needed in the interest of the service. So based on merit, ibig sabihin, sabi ko nga kanina, everything is on paper, no? Hindi ka mapo-promote kung dahil gusto lang ng principal, no? We have to respect the system. The system says that if you would like to promote, you show your credentials, you show your certificates, no? You show your training because a higher position requires a higher qualification. Tandaan 'yon. If you would like a promotion, make sure that it is equated by your qualification. So higher promotion, higher qualification. Okay, so a teacher who accepts a position assumes a contractual obligation. Teacher 1 to Master 1. Yes, ano siya? Cedric. Pwede yon, no? If ganun talaga yung kanyang ano, no? Yung kanyang qualification, why not? Kasi pointing system naman siya eh. Pointing system siya. And if Master 1 is vacant and I think I am qualified for that position, I will apply for a Master 1 teacher. No? So that's why we are encouraging, actually it's part of the PPST, no? Yung professional standard for teachers. Tinuturo talaga sa kanila na pagkatapos mong mag-aral ng teacher education, mag-review ka so that you will get a license, no? Pagka-license, but don't mistaken about na kapag may license ka, pwede ka nang pumasok sa public school, no? Tandaan natin, we will go under this the merit and ranking system of the school. So still irarank ka ng eskwelahan, no? Sa lahat nag-apply, irarank ka nila. Kung maka-qualify ka, that's a good thing. So you will enter now the public school system. So sa public school system, magpapaalam ka sa principal mo para mag-aral ka ng master's degree. Hindi basta-basta na gusto ko lang mag-aral, magpapaalam ka sa principal. Kailangan ng study permit, no? So kung matapos mo yung master's mo, you go next, no? So that you will be going to all the vacant position, higher position. Pwede nating applyan 'yon, no? So anyway, merit promotion naman siya. Pag sinabi nating merit promotion, it is based on the documents that we present. It is based on our qualification. Kaya siya tinatawag na merit promotion. Okay, so yun siya. Meron bang ganong instance na teacher 1 and goes to master teacher 1? Palagi ko hindi, no? It's still, meron pa rin naman siyang. Yes, Cedric. Okay. 2. Okay, gano'n naman talaga, no? Gano'n naman talaga sa education system, no? 'Yun naman ang kagandahan talaga ng education system. Hindi siya yung palakasan system, no? May mga gano'ng instances pero because of the merit promotion that it implements, no? Kailangan talaga mag-ipon, no, ng bala ng bawat isa na ipapakita during promotion na ito yung qualifications ko. So um, if Cedric is qualified for that, why not? Kasi bakante yun. Hindi mo naman pwedeng ibakante yun habang buhay at hihintayin natin si Shane, no? Hintayin natin si Shane doon. Hindi natin siya hihintayin, no? Kung meron ng qualified doon, fill up that vacant position. No? So yun yung kagandahan, no? ng sa education system talaga. If the promotion is based on merit, no? Merit siya or qualification. Okay, so let's proceed. Pero maganda yun, no? Teacher 1, tapos tumalo ng master teacher. Galing nun, no? Laki na sahod nun agad, no? From almost threefold, no? Threefold. So all schools officials shall at all times show professional courtesy, no, helpfulness and sympathy towards teachers. Ayan yung mga principals and school heads to, no. Such practices being standards of effective school supervision, dignified administration, responsible leadership, and enlightened direction. And one of, we can say that a very good leadership is you allow, no, you allow your faculty members to study for professional growth, so that in the end, no, they will go on your the same path, on your path. Ibig sabihin, hindi ka naman panghabang buhay dyan. It's a temporary, no? So, let others grow, no, on on themselves, and once it is their time, once they are ripe, no, they can also lead and will do the same thing as you, no? So, i-lead natin yung tao. The leadership that you show will benefit the teachers and will benefit the students as well, no? So, school official teachers and other school personnel shall consider it their cooperative responsibility to formulate policies or introduce important changes in the system at all levels. Magkakaiba talaga, no, ng system yung mga school kasi magkakaiba sila ng pangangailangan. So the principal, no, incorporates intervention, incorporates innovation to their schools, no, based on what there are needs. That's why there are schools that are 2 shifts, may mga school na 1 shift lang, no, good for those schools na 1 shift lang, pero dahil padami ng padami yung estudyante, no, nagto 2 shifts, no, nagti 3 shifts, tapos they lobby for budget so that there will be new building for the school, no, so that is a cooperation, no, of responsibility. So, school officials shall encourage and attend the professional growth of all teachers, ito na sinasabi ko, under them such as recommending them for promotion, giving them due recognition for meritorious performance, and allowing them to participate in conferences, in training. So, talagang nakalagay, no, sa batas na dapat gawin yun ng principal or ng school head. So, no school official shall dismiss or recommend for dismissal a teacher or other subordinates except for a cause. Hindi naman nila siguro gagawin yun. Actually, yung leader talaga ng school, yung official or school head, pinoprotektahan yan yung teacher niya. Actually, magandang practice na as much as possible, protektahan natin yung teacher. Kung may ginawa talaga yung teacher na kasalanan, pag wala ng taong nakatingin, doon natin sila pagalitan, doon natin sila murahin of what they did, no? Pero as much as possible, kung may mga ibang tao, protektahan natin, no, yung teachers natin, no? Parang nasa bahay lang talaga, no? Kapag may bisita, okay. Paglabas ng bisita, doon natin sila papagalitan. So, school authorities concerned shall ensure that public school teachers are employed in accordance with pertinent civil service rules. So, pina-follow talaga sa public, no? Sa public institution or sa government institution ang civil service rules. And private school teachers are issued contracts, no? Binibigyan sila ng mga kontrata, no? Before they will start to teach. Basta, if you are in a private institution, before you sign your contract, please read it first, no? Kasi ugali na ng ano yun ugali na ng mga bagong teachers, no? Ideal sila, no? Idealist. Idealist. Ano po yung idealist? Gusto nila ganito, tahimik yung klase, nakikinig. Hindi ganoon. Dahil sobrang pressure ka na sobrang gulo ng klase mo, bagong teacher ka, ayaw mo na. Pero tandaan mo, pumirma ka ng kontrata. No, pumirma ka ng kontrata. At usually, kailangan natin i-honor yung contract. Yung mga pinipirmahan natin sa school, usually it is good for 1 school year. 1 school year yan. No? So, mahirap yan at the middle, magre-resign ka kasi hindi mo na siya kaya. Babalikan ka ng kontrata mo. No? Paano ang sabi sa contract is babayaran mo yung remaining salary. No? So, tapusin na lang natin. It is a very good experience as well. Kung ganun kagulo yung estudyante mo, no, gawan mo ng intervention. Ano yung pwede mong gawin, no? To make them, no, follow you. Kasi baka isipin na bagong teacher, bata pa. Kasi ganun usually yung mukha ng bata pa. So, lalo na kung senior high school, halos kasing tandaan nyo lang ang itsura, no? So that is really challenge for us, no? It's a very good training ground so that kapag nasa public school ka na, you are really trained, no, what to do, no, on those instances. Pero tandaan nyo, kapag pumirma kayo ng kontrata, make sure that you honor your contract. Okay, so siguro let us stop here kasi it's already 6 o'clock. So we will continue with Article 8 next meeting. No? By the way, as an announcement, we will have your departmental exam. I know you're familiar with it. No, it's an online. We planned for a face-to-face departmental exam, but based on the surveys, based on the profile ng mga estudyante, lalo na yung first year, mostly of them are in the provinces, no? So it's very difficult that we will ask them to go to school for their departmental exam and then go back again for the Christmas break, no? Anyway, so that our test, we will post a schedule for your test. So the same guidelines on the online taking of exam. Okay, so if there's no more questions, we will continue our discussion next meeting. Okay, so medyo mahaba, no? Goodbye and thank you, class. No, I think may isa lang, no, nawala sa dalawa, no? Dalawa lang naman yung absent kasi based on this 36. So 35 37 kayo sa class list, no? So we will see you again next meeting. So goodbye and thank you, class.
Thank
Bye,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
May klase na kay Sir Sam.